take projection.
Welcome everybody to Taking on Sports. I am TD. That is Greg. Greg, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm pretty good, man. Watching a little basketball, Thanksgiving week, sports weekend, man. Sports week, yeah. Can't. Yeah, that's a good spot to be in.
Hey, you ain't lying, man. It was a good week, a easy weekend for football. Got Alabama hoops playing a good one with Gonzaga right now. Definitely a night to watch basketball instead of whatever that is on Monday Night Football right now. Oof,
Hmm.
that's ugly, but
There's a lot of good There's been a lot of good basketball today. Honestly, it's been a
yeah,
great
man,
day of ball.
yeah. What are they calling it? Feast week or whatever.
This week, yeah.
No, that's off his
This
foot. Yeah, that's Bama
this
ball.
this format they have for this tournament we're in is interesting. There with the where everybody plays two games and then the championship is based upon your aggregates and how you've done and
Yeah, it's weird.
as far
I was trying to figure it out earlier. I'm like, all right, so it's based on like points scored or whatever?
yeah, it's like your aggregate, your points, right? First your record, of course, and
Yeah.
then it's gonna come down to how your win point differential, things like that determines like the championship on Wednesday. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Uh,
I think we get like a 1 million. I think the winner get like 1.5 million NIL money or something,
oh,
or they get money. Yeah, it's
there you
pretty.
go. Yeah.
Or the
Uh,
team gets a split or something. But hell, that's awesome.
yeah. I guess there's a slight
Actually,
possibility too that Alabama and Auburn end up playing in the championship in a non-conference
could
game.
be. Yeah, I mean, it very well could be. 'Cause, I mean, I, I know I was watching Auburn earlier. I turned away when our game. I know they were in a game with Oregon. Are they?
Yeah, I was following it earlier and I clicked off the scoreboard, so I don't see it now. But that would be crazy this week in a week with
Oh,
the Iron
play
Bowl.
them twice in a week.
Yeah,
Oh
you
man,
get the Iron Bowl of basketball as well.
yeah,
I don't know how I feel
that
about
would be
that one.
interesting.
Auburn finished them
That
off,
would
ended
be.
up winning by 11, 84-73 over
Oh,
Oregon.
that's a solid win there
Yeah, let's
for
see.
those guys.
Tennessee got a win over Rutgers. Iowa State, a 1 point win over St. John's.
Man, that was a great ending there. Good game there. The during Houston Syracuse game was a good one too.
Yeah.
Went to overtime. Houston pulled up late.
Mm-hmm.
I think Syracuse might be back, man. I think Adrian Brantley, the one of the all-time greats, might end up being a pretty good coach. Just had to bring him back a little bit. Hard to replace a Boeheim like that, but
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's
he'll
a
get it to
yeah.
he'll get it going. I think.
I mean, like with everything nowadays, it's ill-advised lob. There you go. Good hustle play. That's blue collar
Oh, yeah.
basketball. Yeah, with everything nowadays, it's NIL money and all that. But a program with
Yeah.
the tradition and the pool like Syracuse, that should
You
definitely.
think it should be okay.
Yeah, if you get a solid enough
But
investment, you should still be able to
they were
recruit.
one of those absolutely. They were one until they got Brownlee. I mean, they were one of them programs. Still, I had never seen another coach but Jim Boeheim.
Yeah, right.
Our whole life, he was the coach. There
Yeah.
wasn't anybody else there.
Yeah, it's weird
Right.
thinking about. I couldn't tell you anything about their history before. Ooh,
No,
game getting
it
a little
was
sloppy now. This running, but.
probably everybody trying to run a little bit.
But yeah, this is a cool little tournament, man.
I like
Some pretty solid games tomorrow too. Even tonight, we still got Michigan and San Diego State, and then UNLV and Maryland. Um,
it.
but then tomorrow,
Look for
let's
you,
see, you got
tomorrow.
Iowa State Creighton, Michigan Auburn. We play UNLV late.
Yeah,
Houston Tennessee, that'll be a good one.
that should be. Yeah, that's a.
That might be game of
Didn't
the
they
day
just
right
play?
there.
They played in the Elite Eight last year, didn't they?
Did they? I can't
Houston,
remember.
Tennessee.
I think they
They
did.
did.
Yeah, you might be right there. Gonzaga, Maryland, that'd be a good matchup. Kansas, Syracuse.
Wow. Now, I almost forgot that what's the name went to Maryland. You get to the next seat, move to football, and you forget that some of the coaching changes that happened. I almost forgot.
Buzz.
Buzz was at
Yeah.
Maryland, and that who went? The A&M coach is
Yeah, who did they get there?
Got the I can't even think who it is.
I'm gonna say, I'll look it up real quick. It is Bucky. That's right, Bucky Ball from
Yeah,
Sanford
but
here. That's right. Yeah,
bar. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, let's. Yeah, so good college hoop season. It's a good week. This always used to be a good week of those preseason tournaments too.
Right. And this is kind of when the season started, which has changed a
Yeah.
little bit. We talked about a little bit where they,
Hmm.
now when you have 3 or 4 games before that, this used to be the start of the season. Like no one really
Hmm.
played anything up until this week. But
Yeah, I remember a lot of times after Black Friday football games.
yes,
Uh,
boatload of basketball.
yeah, there'd be like what was that Alaska tournament? There'd be that late night
Yeah.
on that Friday after
They had
Thanksgiving. Yeah,
they had the
the Maui, of
they
course,
had
and that was
that
a
of
little
course.
later.
They
Yeah.
had the one in Hawaii, the
Hmm.
Maui Invitational. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
the Alaska Shootout. That was
Yeah, that was
at
always
the
a sneaky
Anchorage.
good one. The preseason
Yeah,
NIT had some a good,
yeah,
usually good field.
absolutely.
Oh, don't get a stupid foul now. Come on now. A
Yeah,
good.
we'll have
Mm,
good basketball all week
mm.
amongst all the
Oh, some.
rivalry
Yeah,
week games.
amongst a lot of good football. So let's talk about
Yeah.
football. That's what we always start with here. As far as the games this past weekend, not too much to talk about really. We'll go
A
through
little
it.
more boring than I thought it was gonna be. Honestly,
Yeah, exactly. Even the big games are kind of boring.
oh huh,
Alabama ourselves, of course, we played Eastern Illinois, 56-0 win. Definitely looked like we tried to focus on getting the ground game going. Eight rushing touchdowns. Even saw a little
yeah,
Richard
we
Young appearance.
yeah, which so and AK Deer out there, Richard Young running the ball.
Hmm.
Really, the only things I took away negatively from that game, a little worrisome. Ty having 2 picks. Um,
Yeah, at one at least
Talty missing another field goal.
yeah, and getting booed for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's something to watch out for.
It's
And then
just
I will say with Ty, at least one of the picks was just a Hail Mary at the end of the first half.
yeah,
So
the
that
set
first one
yeah, I
was
mean the last
that was not a good pick. Just didn't see the guy.
right.
So yeah, offense didn't look as crisp as maybe you want. Defense, no complaints there. 34
No,
total yards. That's it. That's what they held Eastern Illinois to.
yeah, I don't care who you're playing. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is outstanding. Tried to get the run game going. Like I said, 8 rushing touchdowns. Austin Mack even had
Yeah,
like a 20-some yard scramble.
yeah,
I tell you what, man, if Ty ends up going pro or whatever, if he's not back next year, that's going to be one hell of a quarterback competition between Mack and Keelan
Mack
Russell.
and Russell. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
And it's tough too, man, because Mac, more and more, he knows the offense. He's real familiar. Originally recruited to Washington by DeBoer and Grubb, and he looks
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
I, give him credit for. But man, when you watch Keelan too, that ball pops out of his hand, man. He's just
it
got,
does.
he's so smooth, man. Both of them really, but Keelan, you can definitely
Yeah,
see the flashes
definitely,
of that potential.
absolutely.
But we're looking ahead there. Yeah, but not much to take away from that game. Yeah, you
No,
hope.
not a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
you just kind of it is what it is, more or less.
Hmm.
And you just get, man. The only thing, please, let's not get down to a field goal kick in
Oh yeah,
Jordan-Hare.
man. Yeah,
I don't.
uh,
Hopefully, they are smart enough to realize, hey, man, we got to go for it. Like I don't know.
yeah,
Something's off with the kicking game. I don't know exactly where his confidence level is, but where we're going is not a time to really test that.
no,
And
yeah,
he's,
no. He missed another chip shot too.
yeah,
And that's worrisome. That intercept we talked about the tie Hail Mary at the end of the first half.
yeah. I mean,
It
that
would have
was a very,
it would have been a long field goal try, but I almost wish they had trotted him out there just another
just to see where
shot,
it was.
But I guess you don't want him to miss it and have it affect him. But if you can
Yeah.
go out there and make a 50-some yard field goal, then boom, your
Yeah.
confidence is back
And
there.
the weird thing, he's getting better from long distance than he has for the chip shots. Like,
Mm,
he hit a couple of 40s and stuff, but
mm-hmm.
it's those close ones that he seem like should be money that he struggled with. So
Yeah,
I
and
don't know what's.
it's weird
going
because it
on there.
flipped early in the season. It was the opposite. You know, it was like
Yeah,
everything under
right.
40, he was just now he was
Yeah,
perfect, and he was shaky over 40, and then it flipped.
right.
And now he's missing
Well, I
these
don't
chip
know
shots,
what's
and
going on.
but
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully, yeah, like you said, hopefully the kicking game is not a factor. Hopefully we have
Hopefully we
exercised
can
all the
blow these.
voodoo. Yeah,
Hopefully we can
exactly.
blow these fuckers out, and because I mean, like you had said before, I mean, this is gonna be Kalen DeBoer's first time in Auburn. Maybe that was something Saban related, where they
Yeah.
really just got up for him, and for whatever reason, Gus gave Nick fits.
Yeah.
Honestly, and then you know, and they had the last two weird ones, but whatever. Gus gave him fits, and of course, Freeze, for whatever reason, gave him some issues as well. But
Yeah,
so
it's just a weird thing. And then you watched. Yeah, I've watched a lot of highlights this week of some. Get in, man. Some past Iron Bowls, recent ones too. Just
uh,
trying to see, and yeah, with that 2021 game was just weird. Our line was not playing well. The
no,
23 game, we should have beat them, handily. It shouldn't have come down to that. Last year,
yeah,
we really blew them out. It didn't look like that on the scoreboard because we had
yeah,
three
they
turnovers.
kind of sloppy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had two turnovers inside their red zone too.
yeah,
Speaking of sloppy, Alabama basketball,
yeah.
little
We got a little sloppy here at the
yeah,
end of the half.
yeah, need to slow it down. But yeah, on paper, yeah, this should not be a game. This should be. We should go in there. We should all walk them, but we know better as Alabama fans. But
Right.
yeah, who knows? Maybe DeBoer and his staff are completely unaffected by it. Maybe their approach to the game was different than Saban's, and
Mm.
I had some friends close to the program during the Saban years, and they always used to say that the Saban approach, the business like approach, the process was great for winning national titles and great for dominating, except in rivalry games, particularly Auburn, because it eliminated emotion. Whereas those are games that you kind of need that. So who knows? We'll
Yeah,
see.
it's interesting.
But elsewhere, we'll run down those conference races. I did my research on the tiebreakers. Just real
Nice.
quick on the big quote unquote games of the weekend. Mizzou at Oklahoma, ugly, just ugly. Um,
It
I-
was an ugly, ugly game.
as ugly as
Man, was
those
it?
Oklahoma uniforms.
Uh, that was just
Terrible.
the
That's
the thing is though, it was one of them games. It was ugly, but there was still no drama in it
yeah.
because you knew Washington just couldn't get anything going at all.
Yeah,
Mizzou could not.
as soon as Oklahoma hit that long touchdown in the second quarter, or
Yeah,
whatever, because Missouri was
oh,
their
yeah,
defense was dominating them, but they couldn't. They're only
yeah,
up 3-0, and then once
yeah,
Oklahoma took the lead, you're like, all right, that's probably it.
yeah.
And then I see Miami at Virginia Tech. And Miami easy win. My note for that was maybe James Franklin can reignite that rivalry.
I think that man.
Hopefully,
I don't know. Had, had he already signed? I think we talked about James Franklin going in there because
yeah,
he was already a coach on our last show. But I think he's going to be a coach there, just because he's. I mean, you got to think we we our problem with James Franklin is he couldn't be top five teams or top 10 teams.
hmm
A lot of people can't be top 10 teams. His biggest flaw is he couldn't beat Ohio State, sometimes
hmm
Michigan. 95% of teams can't beat Ohio State. So, I mean, that's his biggest thing. I mean, he had 10 plus win seasons in the Big Ten. I think he's going to be excellent in the ACC.
Oh yeah,
I
I
mean,
think so. He's already familiar with the recruiting territory.
yeah,
Lower
Pennsylvania, Virginia,
expectations.
that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think he's going to be. I think that's a great hire,
I
great
think
fit for
I
him.
think
Yeah.
might, I mean, based on fit and everything else, I think it might end up being one of the best hires of this whole crazy carousel we're in.
Yeah, which got one more school added to it. Cal fired
Cal.
Justin Wilcox.
Oh,
So yeah,
that
after
was a bad loss.
getting whooped by Stanford.
Robert.
But yeah, And then the other one I had was the Vols at Gators. First win in the swamp for
We
Tennessee
dominated.
since like 2000 or something crazy.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
they
dominating effort. Yeah, so you got that.
Florida
Ooh,
is obviously
they.
waiting to get their coach, and they've kind of that's.
I'm about to say, speaking of ugly games, ooh, that Florida State game is going to be oof,
Oh my goodness.
yeah. Which
Hey, at least let's see some fights.
I'm about to say, yeah, that might be some frustrations
Let's feel
boiled
a
over there.
rivalry, frustration. Let's have a bench clearing or two. Let's get into it, guys.
Yeah, hey, there we go. Good three.
But you know,
I was, and speaking of carousels, Florida State will not be added to that as they announced that
oh
Mike
man,
Norvell will be back next week
and
or
I don't know
next
what
year.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't what. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. I, I mean, because something tells me if things don't go right next year, he's not gonna make it through the season. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think he's got to start hot, and unfortunately for them, he's got to come into Tuscaloosa in a revenge spot for Alabama, so that could be. And then rumors
That could
that
be.
Gus Malzahn might be leaving already for the Arkansas head coaching gig, going back home.
Yeah. But if you're Arkansas, is that what you really want to do?
Yeah, I've also heard
Is that what you want to do?
what name did I hear? Maybe Kenny Dillingham. I've heard him for Arkansas in Auburn, possibly.
Now, if I'm Arkansas, if I have a chance getting Kenny Dillingham, I'm going there 100%. I don't know if he'd leave his alma mater or not, but there's talks out there. But you got a young coach who's turned around Arizona State, who was in a terrible spot.
Turning quick
I'm
too.
taking him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking him 100%. If he wants to come to Fayetteville, shut the shit down. Come on,
Yeah, if you can get him,
Gus.
that'd be a great hire for them. Yeah.
Gus, I don't want. Honestly, in today's college football, outside of a few coaches, I don't want someone in their 50, well, 60s, 70s coming in. You've been in coaching for a long time. He's done some great things, but where the thing with him is where's the consistency with Gus? He'll pull you a big upset every now and again, and some fun stuff there. He'll throw some wrinkles in the offense and do some crazy stuff there, but there's no consistency. You don't know what you'll get, and then you know, like why he got let go of Auburn. I mean, he could beat Alabama time to time, but then he would lose to a bad Mississippi State team, or you know, things like that.
Well, yeah, it's one
Just
of those cases where like he made his name on beating Nick Saban, and he had more
yeah.
wins versus Saban. Tough three to give up.
But
The other half
but
there.
he would lose the whole home games all the time.
Well, that and but when you looked at his overall, he was still like 4-6 against Alabama, so it's
Yeah,
not like he was dominating them, and
yeah,
and yeah, to speak on what you say, what is different about Gus Malzahn than what you've had there with Sam Pittman and Brett Bielema and whoever else?
yeah,
They pulled upsets sometimes, and then they lost games they
yeah.
shouldn't have. So, other than him
I
being a homegrown guy, a guy from Arkansas, I don't know,
I don't want.
yeah.
If I'm Arkansas, I wouldn't want that at all. I want a young guy. I want somebody new, fresh. Yeah, I don't want anything played out if I'm, kind of really starting over.
But yeah, let's talk about these conference races now heading up into. We had a lot of movement. We'll go through
We
every
did.
conference real quick. So let's just go alphabetical because that's how I have them written. I start with the American. It's still down to Navy, Tulane, in North Texas because this past weekend East Carolina went down at UT San Antonio. North Texas put up PlayStation numbers on Rice. I mean, good God.
When that offense is rolling, I don't know if it's a better offense in the country.
Man,
That offense
they
is
have
crazy.
not been getting mentioned for this, but if they are fully capable of winning the American and then scaring the shit out of somebody in the first round of the playoff.
Dude, if they have the right thing going that day, man,
Yeah, it's absolute crazy offense. But so this week, Navy plays at Memphis on Thanksgiving. It's our only Thanksgiving game.
that's impressive.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Get in there. Damn. Alabama down 45-42 at half here.
Should be up.
Yeah.
Damn, collision there.
Oh, yeah. Let's say, is that Mallet? Yeah. Rough little collision there. Temple plays
Well,
at North Texas Friday, so North Texas hosts Temple. They should easily win that one. And
I hope
then
so. I
Tulane
kind of like the
hosts.
North Texas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and Tulane hosts Charlotte, so also should be an easy win. So
So all three should
Navy
win.
with the toughest game at Memphis is tough. A three-way tie would favor Tulane versus North Texas, because Tulane would be the highest ranked among them, and then North Texas has that victory over Navy. If all three of them lose, it's complete chaos and like so many scenarios that I don't have time to explain it here, but it's just crazy. So yeah, obviously if one loses and two win, they're in, but that is that situation. In the ACC, we got Pitt, Virginia, and
Crazy
SMU.
still.
Because Pitt whooped up on Georgia Tech this week. Georgia Tech did mount a good comeback,
They
but
hit the comeback, but man, when it got down, I wasn't even, I was either doing something or watching something else. And then I said 21-0, 28-0. I'm like, what is Georgia? What? Am I looking at the screen right?
I
And
was
like, what is
shocked,
Georgia Tech
man.
doing?
I thought, I went 0 for 4 this week in the picks column, and
Because I thought, yeah, I had Georgia Tech because I thought, man, it's gonna be a tight game because that's just what Georgia Tech does. But I thought there's no way with the possible ACC championship game berth on the line at home that they're gonna lose the Pitt this week. It's gonna be a tough one, but I did not see that at all.
and they did though.
See,
And like, yeah, my explanation in the column was that the way Pitt upsets teams is they get it nice and ugly, and I'm like, Georgia Tech will do
yeah,
ugly. That's fine with them. But
and
obviously,
they out.
it's not. Pitt, man,
Uh,
ooh, if Pitt had lost that game, that dumbass fake punt would
oh,
have.
that would have, boy, Narduzzi would have been in some trouble,
I
boy.
about to say that would have been a terrible fake call to cost you a ACC title, man. Ooh. But that's all moot because they won, took care
Yeah,
of
they won
business.
the game.
SMU took care of business, stomped Louisville. So
Did they? Beat the hell out of Louisville.
yeah, this week Miami goes at Pitt. Virginia hosts Virginia Tech, and SMU has traveled across the country to Cal, or out west anyway.
But
SMU should beat Cal. Virginia should beat Virginia Tech. I know. Going, it's not quite coast to coast for SMU. So, but SMU has also been playing really good football these past month or so. So
dude, since they had the weird loss to Wake, they've been
yeah,
kicking
it
ass.
kind of woke them up.
They like turned them up to a different level. And they're a team though. They have enough talent. If they were to win the ACC, and they could give if they're hitting on all cylinders, they could give some teams some problems because they have some talent. They definitely have some talent there.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as that goes, Virginia and SMU, they just need to win, and they're in.
They just need to
Either
win.
way, it doesn't
But then
matter
with
what happens.
the way the ACC's gone this year, something tells me
I
they're
about to
not
say,
going.
yeah. Miami still has a shot. They obviously need to beat Pitt, and then they need some chaos. They need a Virginia Tech win, a Cal win, and some other stuff to go right. Duke actually still has a chance to make the
They in
game.
the mix, huh?
Yeah, they also need a lot of chaos, and obviously to
Wow,
beat
yeah.
who are they playing? Not North Carolina. Maybe they're playing Wake. I don't know. I haven't checked it out. But anyway, that's the ACC. Yeah. Never know. It's probably going to be the
And
craziest
the thing
one.
with Miami now is going to Pitt, and it's gonna be like 32 degrees. That,
Oh
that
yeah.
hasn't boded well for Miami teams in the past, but
I bet say if you're an Alabama fan, you definitely are rooting for the Panthers this weekend to get Miami away from that cluster,
absolutely,
and
yeah.
then
Give
yeah
them that third loss.
yeah, you want the ACC to be a one bid league, which
Absolutely.
it still might be anyway. Who knows? But Big 12 is one of the more straightforward ones. BYU
Yeah.
took out Cincinnati this week, so Tech and BYU, they just need to handle their business. BYU host UCF. They should win that. Tech goes to West Virginia, which on paper they should handle them, but West Virginia is this year.
Who
Beat
has the
Pitt.
spot?
Beat who else did they take out? Was it Arizona State? No.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Is that it? Yeah, I was like they say they took out someone else big not too long ago, a couple weeks ago. But yeah, and that's it. Arizona State has the best chance to sneak in with if chaos happens. And
Arizona, wow.
we could have a Holy War rematch if Tech loses and BYU wins.
With Utah
Yeah, Utah would
and
sneak back in.
BYU, and they're
And
sneakily on that line. Kind of, they need a little. I know they need a little bit of help there, but they're kind of in that playoff two team, um, kind of in there. And they had the that was the one game, the wildest game of this weekend.
almost
That game,
like was it over 800 combined rushing yards between the two
yes,
teams. Uh, they were
ridiculous.
they were down big, mounted a huge comeback. Just absolutely insane game. Yeah, best game of the weekend for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't anything close to that. That game was wild. Like they were getting slaughtered. It looked bad. I was like, damn, kind of shocked me. But I was like, damn, this is the K State team that I was talking of, thinking was going to be really good. This is the team I expected to see all season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And the
Uh,
fact that they put up 47 points and over 400 yards on the ground and lost is
they
still
they
mind
they
blowing.
set a school record for rushing yards and lost. That is,
Yes,
that's rough.
472 yards on the ground, 47 points, and you lose. Good
That's
God.
a rough. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, funny.
Been that kind of season for the Wildcats. Big Ten.
Funny.
That's also a pretty easy one.
Pretty cut and dry.
Their
No
big
drama.
game this week. Oregon pulled away from USC in the second half. Dan
Yeah,
Lanning. Hold up. Let me talk about Dan Lanning real quick. I said stuff on the socials about it,
yeah.
but he made a
Come
little
on.
comment about we didn't play Chattanooga State this week. Well, first of all, Chattanooga's like why he say fuck me, but Oregon's non-conference schedule. So let me hold up. Let me pull up
Yeah.
the schedule because this whole
And what
conversation
the,
with all these people.
why does it matter when you play? I never
Exactly.
understood why does it
Yeah.
matter when you play them.
I don't understand why all these people, the SEC this week, when you're playing just as weak teams, you're just because you play them in September, that don't make a damn difference to me.
Yeah,
It's
why do you play them in September? It's because you're still trying to get your team together. Like,
yeah. So Oregon this year played Montana State, an FCS team, a good
whoa,
one, but it's still an FCS team.
whoa, yeah,
Oklahoma State, who is 1-10
oh,
and terrible, and Oregon State, which a rivalry, but still a terrible team this year.
terrible.
Uh,
Oh, yeah,
they're going forward. Some future non-conference opponents next year: Portland State, FCS;
oh,
Oklahoma State, still terrible; Boise State, a little bit better, but still not on your level. 2027 on the schedule so far: Eastern Washington, ooh,
oh,
and Baylor. Who knows with them?
yeah,
2028 Baylor again, and then North Dakota State again. Great program. Still an FCS school though.
yeah.
2029 Portland State again, and Utah State. And then the only other one they have on the books right now is down the road in 2033 Texas Tech, which may be good. Who
Who
knows by
knows?
then? Yeah, who knows by then?
Who knows what either team will be in 2033
Yeah,
too.
but yeah, Dan Lanning and all these coaches have no room to talk. Kirk Signetti takes his shots as Big Ten guys, and I know they're doing it for posturing and for their schools. But you guys,
Oh, absolutely.
I
Like, come
really
on,
wish
man.
a reporter would call their asses out, man. Because if I were in there,
Especially,
my hand
especially
would have,
Signet.
my hand would have shot up and been like, I would have asked them like, why is this any different than you playing Portland State earlier in the year, or Oklahoma State?
I never understood what the different like. Cool. So when you play, I mean, I don't understand like why it matters when you play. You're out. I mean, do you want? I mean, credit because you're playing two what's the names in a row? I mean, two conference games in a row in
Yeah.
November. Oh,
Yeah, and
congrats!
then as other people have pointed out too, like if you're a Big Ten team, oh wow, you're playing Rutgers. Yeah, that's so much better than Eastern
Yeah, you're
Illinois.
playing
Yeah,
Rutgers. You're
is it?
playing
Yeah,
They're playing
Purdue, Wisconsin,
Purdue.
although
Yeah,
Wisconsin got themselves a win this week, so good for them.
they did.
But anyway,
But
yeah,
yeah,
that's so dumb to me,
they
so
love
dumb.
to send shots at the SEC, but I'm like, damn, bro. I
Hmm.
thought the SEC, that's how you got to where you're at.
Yeah, right.
Honestly,
Worry about yourself, man. Just play your game.
how about yeah, exactly. Worry about what you guys are doing. I
Yeah,
mean,
because you still got a shot to make the Big Ten title game. Need some help, but Oregon needs Oregon needs
they,
Michigan to beat Ohio State, and
which who knows?
obviously they need to beat. I'm gonna say yeah, that's in the Big House in Ann Arbor. So who knows? Michigan still got a shot at a quiet season, but Michigan can still get into the title game
Quietly,
if they win and Indiana somehow loses to Purdue, and Oregon wins. It'll be Oregon versus Michigan.
huh?
If
And quietly, they got the quietest 9-2 season right now of all time.
hmm
No one's talking Michigan. Hardly hear anything about them.
hmm
Just been winning games.
yeah, just steady now. Their biggest ones they lost, but we'll see.
I mean, but no, U game was a long. Was that week 2? And
Yeah,
then what was the other one they lost?
USC.
USC. Okay.
But yeah, so that's the stage there. If, like I said, if both of them lose, if Michigan beats Ohio State, Indiana loses, and then Oregon wins, it's Oregon versus Michigan.
I really want Ohio State and Indiana to both win.
No, yeah,
I
let's
just want
let's see that matchup.
to
Yeah,
take that undefeated matchup.
if
The only thing that sucks
mhm.
is I don't. I mean, I get that you want to win the Big Ten title, but realistically, how hard are they playing? I don't know.
Yeah,
They know they're both in the playoff. They
oh,
hopefully pride takes over
I
and
about to
they
say,
fight.
I think with this level of competition and those coaches, yeah, if
Yeah,
there's I think they very much have that mentality of, if there's a trophy, we want it type.
I hope so.
But yeah, if Michigan, Indiana, and Oregon all win, it's Indiana versus Oregon in the title game, and then Indiana could actually lose and still make it if Ohio State beats Michigan. So if Indiana gets upset, uh, because they would have the tiebreaker over Oregon still.
They play for Purdue.
Yeah, and so I
Ooh,
seriously doubt that Indiana will be losing. Conference USA, little shakeup this week. Jack State was cruising, and then they got upset at Florida International this week. So now they are thrown back. It's now Jack State, Western Kentucky, Kennesaw. The winner of Western Kentucky and Jack State is going to go in to the title game. Then Kennesaw plays at Liberty. So Kennesaw needs to win there.
mhm.
And then Jack State, of course, has that tiebreaker over Kennesaw should it come to that. So that's pretty straightforward there, too.
All right.
The MAC is some fun. Western Michigan alone in first place, and then Central Michigan,
All right.
Toledo, Ohio, and Miami all behind them. All of them took care of business this week. Miami beat Buffalo. That was a eliminator game. So this week, Western Michigan plays at Eastern Michigan. They should win that. Ohio plays at Buffalo. Tough one
And
there.
West Michigan, cause that's what's the name, the former Alabama wide receiver in it. Can't think of his name right now. Oh man.
Let's say I didn't know that. Playing for him?
No, he's their coach.
Oh,
He was the wide. We were in school when he was the man, Lance Taylor.
oh, okay, yeah, Lance Taylor. Okay,
Yeah, head
didn't
coach at Western Michigan.
I didn't realize he was up
Yeah.
there. Yeah. You got
Mhm.
Toledo at Central Michigan. That's a big one there too, guys. And then Ball State at
Mhm.
Miami. Uh, Tiebreaker scenarios. Western Michigan they need to win and they're in.
Mhm.
Miami will get in with a win as long as it doesn't come down to a tiebreaker between them and Toledo. Toledo did beat them earlier this year, so if
Right.
Miami wins and then Central Michigan gets upset and Ohio gets upset, which they're playing UMass at home, so I highly doubt that. and Toledo beats Ball State, Toledo beats Central Michigan, then Toledo has that tiebreaker. But there is all kinds of chance for chaos in this one, and it go to all
Right.
kinds of tiebreakers. But like I said, Western Michigan, they just need to win. Miami needs to win and hope that there's not a huge upset somewhere.
Right.
The Mountain West, San Diego State is in first place alone. And Boise, UNLV, and New Mexico are behind them. UNLV, big win over Hawaii this week.
They blasted Hawaii.
They did. I was shocked. I had the over in that one because UNLV's defense has been terrible. So I'm like, I didn't know how the game. I didn't know which way it was going to fall, but I was like, this should be high scoring. And no, the
Yeah.
Rebels defense showed up. But
For-
Dan Mullen
I
has a
was shocked.
shot to get there. This week, San Diego State plays at New Mexico, so that's a big one there. Boise visits Utah State, and then UNLV, of course, plays rival Nevada there in Reno for that one. San Diego State just needs to win. They're in. As far as tiebreakers goes, Boise owns a win over UNLV, so that helps them out.
They slaughtered them too.
Yeah. If New Mexico beats San Diego State, Boise State, and UNLV all win, and it would create a four-way tie. And if that's the case, the title game would be Boise versus New Mexico. So, just need to take care of business if you're in the Mountain West this week.
Yep.
SEC, we all kind of know what's going on there. A&M's alone in first. Bama, Georgia, Ole Miss right behind them. Georgia has done their
So
conference
pretty much
play.
we're in if we win, right? The SEC championship game. It's
Yeah,
time for us.
yeah. A&M and Alabama just need a win and they're in. That's simple as that. Either one of them, doesn't matter what happens in the other games. As long as they win, they're in. Georgia needs a loss by either us or A&M, and then they would get into the game. Ole Miss still has an outside shot. They obviously need to win, and then they need both us and Texas A&M to lose, and then it would be Ole Miss and Georgia.
I just, man, I get when we want to play for SEC championship, but then I would love to just win the Iron Bowl with be an at-large team because the only thing I worry about, I mean, I think we could beat A&M, but I mean that's way down the road. We got to worry about the Iron Bowl. But biggest thing, of course, is if somehow we were to lose that game, do we get penalized for losing the conference championship game when it's so many other two-loss teams that didn't play on championship Saturday?
I'd about to say, last year they did not penalize teams for losing in the conference title game, but this year with how much we dropped, that was the other thing we could talk about is
we dropped tough.
Dropped 6 spots, number 10, dropped behind Notre Dame, and which is bullshit based on resumes. And what made it worse is Hunter Yarchek, the Arkansas AD who took over as the chair of the playoff committee. His explanations were terrible, man. Like, he talked about how Oregon still gets credit for their win over Penn State. Didn't matter that Penn State dropped off afterwards. But then I forget the team now, he was talking about someone else beating a team that then dropped off, and he said they didn't get as much credit for that. One of the explanations for having Alabama behind Notre Dame was that Notre Dame has a better rushing game. Like, what the fuck? And then they keep bringing up the losses, which we knew at some point Florida State loss could bite us in the ass. But that should be like the last thing on your list you're looking for is like good losses versus bad losses. It should be.
Yeah, we have one good loss, one bad loss. But shit, we got fucking 4 top 25 wins at the time.
Exactly, and Notre Dame does not. They have 1, maybe 2. But that should be.
Not only that, but 2 of them are on the road.
Yeah, it's crazy that you can't. That you're at the point where like losses mean more than wins. It's absolutely insane.
And Western feels that way too right now. Miami, they're looking at Notre Dame. What the hell?
Yeah,
we
exactly.
We beat y'all, and I get what they'll do. Like, but the thing is like Notre Dame has like some special. I don't know what Notre Dame has. Like, I get they've been playing amazing football, and their losses came early in the year.
But they haven't beat anybody of note. Their one ranked win is USC, and USC has like been like the highest. They've been in the 20s all year. Like, okay, like, and you could say that about our Missouri win now, and Missouri's fallen off. But
you can say that, but But honestly, the I think Missouri has a lot to do with their injuries. You know,
Exactly. Yeah.
so
And plus, that was a
I mean,
road
you can,
game. And Notre Dame played
yeah,
USC at home. Um,
yeah. Um, now I will say, when Notre Dame did to Syracuse though on Saturday,
woo,
my goodness,
man, and it was quick. I mean, they were up 28-0 in a
they were
snap
on
of
that
a
ass.
finger. Yeah.
You know, I was like, my
Yeah.
goodness,
Speaking of injuries derailing the season, once
wow.
Syracuse lost that
And Jelly went
quarterback,
down.
yeah, Angeli,
Maybe he went down that Clemson game. They beat Clemson, and after
yeah,
that, that was the season.
yeah,
And then we found out that that really didn't mean much because Clemson, that,
yeah,
yeah,
oof, yeah. Speaking of teams that have fallen off, but yeah, so that's it for that. We've said all along. I think we both share the sentiment, but bring back a BCS type rankings,
yeah,
and just have the committee there to do the seating, and
yeah.
just have them be there to announce the field.
Some of
And
the stuff I don't know what they look at.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't.
well, they
So
shouldn't.
sometimes
They
it matters, sometimes it doesn't.
yeah, they don't have. They have all they're doing worried about is making the best TV matchups. That's all they care about, and they will make whatever excuse they need to make those
Justify
matchups
that.
happen, to justify it. So I've said all along they should not do weekly rankings. It doesn't make sense. The committee in basketball doesn't do a weekly ranking. They just have the net rating or whatever it is now that replaced RPI,
Yeah,
and then they do the show at the end of the year. They started doing this mid-season, bracket reveal or whatever, but and I get ESPN's got to get their views and money and all that, but you can still have a weekly show where you talk about the playoffs, man. It would still get ratings.
I mean they can still have a show without what's the name, without being an official thing.
Yeah, the
I don't.
committee shouldn't do their own rankings. It should be a BCS style computer ranking, composite of all the other computer rankings and
Because
whatever. And then the committee should be there for like when they have two teams close together and one's ranked above the other, but they can go, well, actually Team B beat Team A, so that's we should
now
use
I
that
will
metric.
say
Yeah.
this though, if we go with, and I say make it transparent everywhere, college basketball, but if the committee is going to determine who's going to make the playoff every year, they need to get transparent. I want to hear their conversation. We should be
Yeah,
able to hear their
exactly.
conversation,
Yeah. Yeah. There should be
have
no
some
closed doors. Yeah.
idea of what what's being talked about, what's going on. Because if I mean if there's, I mean they shouldn't have. I mean supposedly there's about integrity in how they do it. They shouldn't have any problems with it being an open thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of like what's the name? And I wish the SEC would follow the ACC and that,
The
the
replay
ACC.
booth. Yeah.
That's pretty cool actually. You know, and but if everything's on the up and up, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're just inviting criticism. You're inviting skepticism the way they do it now.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
there's no need to. There's absolutely no need to. You could
Just
still,
just hope.
if you brought back the BCS rankings, that style of rankings where it's done by computer, you could still have that reveal every week, and then you could have your analysts sit there and talk about it just like they do, and then
And you can see it any way you want. I mean, we'll
yeah,
let you see the teams.
yeah, and then exactly, and then the committee could just use that as their guide. They could be like, well, yeah, this team was number 5 in the rankings, but really we felt that they, you know, because of this
Not as
loss or
good.
whatever, yeah, they we dropped them to a
Or
number
they didn't play
7 seed,
anybody.
yeah, or whatever, exactly.
Yeah. Kind
But
of like how they did. Like,
yeah, that's for whatever. Sun Belt is the last one we talked about last conference with divisions. JMU has already clinched the East. And then the West got interesting with Louisiana upsetting Arkansas State,
yeah,
Southern Miss getting upset at South Alabama, and Troy winning
yeah.
over Georgia State. So now this week there's a little bit of a West title game. Troy visits Southern Miss, and the winner gets in.
Mm.
Simple as that. The winner will go on to face James
Okay.
Madison in the title game. So those are your conference scenarios. Obviously, the MAC, the American, the ACC, those are your big crazy ones.
Yeah.
And then also just never count out the Big 12's taste for wackiness, too. So,
Now the thing that would really, would be interesting to see what the committee would do when we're talking Big 12. Is if it comes down, of course, BYU and Tech win this week, play each other. BYU beats them in the championship game.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, that put BYU in. I don't think they would leave Tech out with only their second loss of the season.
No, yeah, I think Tech's pretty much in it, unless I don't know. They'd have to get blown the hell out, but as long as
Right, but I'm
they,
saying if it's like a because I don't see if BYU were to beat them in the rematch, I don't see it being a blowout anyway. I feel like it would
no,
come down
yeah,
to
yeah,
a late touchdown, something, or a late, something. And we're having a little problem. Damn, looking back at the dumb again.
yeah. Oh, there we
Down,
go.
down.
Big shot by File on there to slow things down.
There we
Yeah,
go.
Gonzaga on a little run right now. But no, yeah, I think the only way Tech misses the playoffs is if they get upset by
But
West Virginia and then lose the
right,
title game as well,
yeah,
or don't make it the
absolutely.
title game at all.
Yeah. No, that would, but that throws a wrench in some stuff for certain at large situations because no, I don't think anybody going in expects the Big 12 to get two teams in, and
Mm.
at that point, I don't think you have to. I don't. There's no way. I would say you can't leave Tech out if it's a close game.
No, yeah, no. But yeah, so a fun week of college football coming up.
And
As always, a
it's
great
gonna
week
be an
for it.
excellent week.
I just wish that they would have some games back on Thanksgiving Day itself. Get that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's it. That guy. We'll talk about Alabama hoops in a second.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
it
is.
is.
Yeah,
It is absolutely a crime that the Egg Bowl is on 11 a.m. on Friday. That should be
like, what
a
are we doing?
Thanksgiving primetime game. I don't care what the NFL's doing.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's bullshit.
you know,
It's just bullshit.
I love that game, and you're on. Yeah, man, kind of in a sleep coma from eating all day, but yeah, you're up. It's a good way to end the day. Football, your
Pass.
third piece of pie.
Hmm.
It just hits.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Or they even used to do the Texas versus Texas A&M. I know for a while they did that on Thanksgiving night
Yeah.
back in the old. I don't think they've done that since the Southwest Conference days. But
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. Trying to remember those because I used to love watching the game too. Like when Ricky Williams broke the record. I can't remember if that was on Thanksgiving Day or like the
that was the day
Friday.
after
It was
Thanksgiving.
the
That
day
was a
after.
Friday.
Yeah.
They did a lot of Friday ones too. But
Yeah.
well, I would like to see something in a big spot, big rivalry get on that Thursday night. I think it's a perfect spot for it.
Yeah.
Um,
The Egg Bowl, maybe a couple other games, and then yeah, those big Friday matchups too, because that was always great
yeah,
too. But yeah, fuck the NFL for always trying to take over everybody else's days.
yeah,
'Cause I know they got a game on Friday too, but
yeah. They have that Eagles but see the thing
yeah.
with the NFL is not only do they want a day, they put a goddamn. They always want to put in a big dog game in a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how many people are gonna watch Philly versus the Bear. The Bears are playing good football. I mean that's
Yeah.
gonna get a lot of views.
Not me because it's on Prime and I don't have Prime anymore,
Yeah,
so don't care. Uh, Hey, yeah, let's
but yeah,
talk.
but it's gonna
Let's talk NFL though.
get a lot of views.
A good week for our teams. Your Cowboys coming back from a 21-0 hole to beat the Eagles.
Woo.
An early one too.
Yeah,
Eagles got up quick in that one.
yeah, they did. Man,
Potentially,
he stayed the course, believed it, and
potentially a season saver there.
yeah, absolutely.
Still hanging on. My Ravens, fifth straight win, even though not quite the offense. There's something wrong with it right now. They're struggling, but still got enough to beat the Jets.
Yep.
And because of the Bears come back to beat the Steelers, the Ravens are now tied atop the AFC North.
So you got your perfect situation that you had said. If we can get past this little streak, get Lamar back, and this, we could get right back in it, and it worked out perfectly.
I about to say it is exactly what they needed to do was win these five straight games against all beatable opponents, all teams they should beat. And
Yeah,
now we go into playing a bunch of division games. We get starting with Thanksgiving night. They host
the
Cincinnati.
Eagles, right?
Yeah, and of
Joe coming
course,
back.
yeah, they announced today that of course that fucker Joe Burrow, who loves to throw for
Yeah.
500 yards every time he plays the Ravens,
Yeah.
he'll be back. T. Higgins will be out, so that's one less. But that don't matter
That's
because
the person to worry
if
about.
you look, I haven't pulled it up, but if you look at Jamar Chase's stats against the Ravens, it is
Uh,
absolutely he's got something
big.
like 1,000 yards receiving in like 5 games against them. It's like
Yeah. He's got some stupid
stupid.
numbers.
That said, for as much as Joe Burrow and the Bengals kill the Ravens, Lamar Jackson is like 9-1 against Cincinnati. It's hilarious. But the way, like I said, with the way the offense looks struggling, that said, the Cincinnati defense is the
Is
cure for
atrocious.
it is the cure for an alien offense. So we'll see what happens there. As
Absolutely.
Derrick Henry keeps moving up all time list, he is now 11th, I think, all time in rushing, and
That's,
also, that's not good. Seeing Aiden Holloway's was getting was it
oh,
arm ice. Yeah, that is not good. That is
that's not good at
talk
all.
about him and Phylon being MVPs of this team so far.
And we're already down right so for the tournament.
Damn, he's hurt again.
Has a leg-
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a leg. He didn't play tonight. He has a leg injury.
Uh,
I didn't know when didn't realize he was hurt up until right before the game. They said he had a leg injury, but it should be back shortly. I was
oh,
like, well,
there you go.
damn.
Get in, get in. Good rebound though. Oh, gotta make that shot though, kid. But yeah,
Yeah.
elsewhere NFL, Texans beat the Bills on Thursday night. Good win for the Texans. They looked really
Jeez.
good. Shut
They were
down.
all over
Yeah,
Josh Allen's ass. What they
yeah.
get like 9 sacks?
Yeah, something like that. Will Anderson was chasing that man
Oh
all
my
over the
god.
field. The Bears mentioned that comeback to beat the Steelers. Good win for them. They now go atop in the NFC North. Speaking of NFC North teams, good God Almighty, Jameer Gibbs, man,
Oh, that man.
just
He's
unbelievable game. Let's see, we're about to
absolutely.
see what happened to Aiden right here. Ooh, hard fall on the court there with that arm.
Ugh.
Well,
Hey,
hopefully he's good there. Just maybe hit just hit the funny bone or something like that. Hopefully.
anytime you fall on the court like that, that shit hurts.
Yeah, that unforgiving, man.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. Yes, it's I grew up playing hockey and people always used to talk about, oh man, I bet it hurts when you get hit against the boards. I'm like, nah, the boards give. What hurts is when you fall on that ice because that ice does not give. And same thing as basketball, man. Fall on that court is never fun.
Oh, no, sir.
But let's see elsewhere. The Patriots atop the AFC, man. Mike Vrabel, hell of a job he's doing, and Drake May looks like he's the guy, man.
Drake May is the real deal.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. Yeah. Oh, good defensive play there. The Chiefs, talk about season-saving wins, a season-saving comeback to beat the Colts
yeah,
there, because they're still out of a playoff spot as it stands in the
because they
AF.
got down big. They would have went down 17, and
The Colts are cruising in that one, and the Chiefs came back, forced overtime, and won it in OT. And like I said, that's potentially a season saver because they're out of a playoff as it stands with that win. If they had lost, they might be too far back.
down.
As it stands, the Chiefs are in the 10th spot in the AFC.
Huh.
They're behind one game
I wouldn't
behind the
mind seeing the
Bills,
Chiefs
but they
not
also
make the
have.
playoff. Excuse me.
I about to say, yeah,
Yeah,
your Cowboys can help that this Thursday.
help the cause on Thursday.
Let's see elsewhere. The Rams destroyed the Bucks. Man, the Rams more and more are looking like the best team in the league. Maybe.
They really are. They're looking good. I mean,
Yeah.
the Bucks though they can't. They've had a rough patch.
They have, and then Baker got hurt in that game too. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, the Bucks now. What have they lost? They've lost a few in a row now. But
3 in a row,
yeah.
pretty sure.
Speaking of, good little run for Alabama hoops as they got a chance to tie it up here.
Yeah, they
Let's see what else we got. Shador Sanders got a win in his first start.
very good.
Helps when you play the Raiders, terrible team,
Such a terrible
who
team.
fired Chip Kelly as their offense coordinator. So 11 games into that experiment with him and Pete Carroll.
He got a lot of money though.
Man, I understand chasing, wanting to go to the NFL. It's more focused on football. Chip Kelly's never been a big recruiting guy, but good bounce. Alabama back in the lead. There
I
you
don't know
go.
why. There you go. I don't know why the hell you would leave all that
Yeah.
time and come to this Ohio.
Well, that I was going back even further, man. Him leaving Oregon, he had it made
Oh
there,
yeah, him
man.
leaving Oregon was probably one of the worst decisions he ever made.
I mean, he was,
Cause he had that thing rolling. He had that thing going.
yeah, and they were close. I mean, they made what, 2 title games, or at least
Yeah,
that
they
BC has
beat
lost to
they
Auburn, and then
the
uh,
playoff 14 they lost
to
to
Ohio State.
Ohio
Yeah,
State in the
yeah,
national title game.
yeah. So
So they had two title game appearances in a 4-year period in 10 and
oh,
14. Ooh,
is that? That was. I thought that was Aiden Holloway diving right after he got back on court, but no, that was what's his face, Allen. I was trying to see
yeah.
the name on his jersey, number 5. But yeah, playoff race is heating up in the NFL, man. And it's a good week of football. Thanksgiving has Green Bay at Detroit, KC at Dallas, and the Bengals at the Ravens. That's a hell of a lineup for Thanksgiving Day. Usually the Thanksgiving Day lineup, you never know. But
Yeah, it's hit and miss a lot of time, but that's a hell of a lineup for that.
yeah, then you mentioned the Bears at Eagles on Friday. Texans go visit the Colts. The Rams visit the Panthers, who I haven't checked on that ugly ass
They
score.
lost 20-9.
But still, the Panthers
Still very much alive just
six and
because the
six. Yeah,
Bucks keep losing.
that they're now out of the spot, but that's crazy. San Francisco holding on to that 7 seed right now. Detroit would be out the
Yeah.
playoffs if they started today, surprisingly.
Detroit out the playoffs just sounds crazy.
Hmm.
They've had some tough losses, but that's such a good.
And the Bills at Steelers, another big one next week too. The Bills need a win too. They're holding on to the 7th spot themselves. So crazy there, but yeah, it's really time to start the playoff race, starting to heat up in the NFL. Things getting real good now.
Absolutely.
But
What if we had a playoff with no Bills and no Chiefs? How crazy would that be?
oh, crazy. Well, especially after the start the Ravens had, hearing it from the Chiefs and
Yeah.
Bills fans, and it's like all of a sudden
Oh yeah.
they fell off too, and it's like, ooh, well,
All right.
I guess we don't know shit
Absolutely.
because those were the 3 AFC teams you just knew would be there, and then the Eagles, they're struggling. Their offense has just not looked good at all this year. It has its moments, but
Yeah.
it's
No
for.
consistency.
I was about to say, for all the talk about the passing game, because that's where everything is, the running game struggled this year, man.
Let's just say Saquon Barkley has not had his second year in Philly has not gone anywhere near.
No, not at all. He's only had 1 game over 100 yards this year, and it's just, yeah, they have not looked as explosive as last year.
He's been running for like 20 yards, 30 yards, like nothing.
Yeah, his
Like, even
average
if
is
he was getting
low.
like
Yeah.
70, 80 yards a game, it'd be something, but he's not even touching that. Like he's struggled. I don't know if he's injured or what's going on, but he's had a tough year.
I think it's that line. I think that line is struggling, some injuries and just
Yeah.
some roster turnover. But yeah, so that's where we're at in the NFL, man.
Yeah. Great.
Good playoff races. I mentioned, some of those standings. It looks like the Rams just look like the best team in the NFC. And right
They're
now,
playing such good football.
the Patriots have the 1 seed. So if the playoffs started now, it would be in the AFC. You'd have New England as your 1 seed with your bye, and then it would be Denver hosting the Bills in that 2-7. The Colts would host the Jaguars in the 3-6, and then the Ravens would host the Chargers in the 4-5. There would be no Chiefs, no Texans. In the NFC, the Rams would be the 1 seed. Your 2 seed would be Philly. They would host the Niners in the first round. 3 seed would be the Bears. They would host the Packers. And then the 4 seed would be the Bucks, and they would host the Seahawks. So the NFC looks like the more exciting league this year. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, let's talk college hoops now. We're obviously you hear us reacting to this Alabama Gonzaga game as it happens. Last week, a big win for the Tide over Illinois in
Illinois,
Chicago.
Chicago, basically a road game, of
Yeah, oh
course.
yeah, for sure, a road game. Absolutely great offensive effort, great defensive effort. Just a good hustle win.
It was
Uh,
just an electric game. Just both
oh,
teams. I mean, the three at the barrage of threes to end the first half from both ways, and then
hmm
Peja Stojakovic's son is
oh,
great.
he's a baller. That is a baller, man. Just pissing me off all night, and that is a good measure of when you know a player's good is when he's playing your team and he just pisses you off all night.
Yeah,
And yeah, Page's kid can ball, and that's a good team. That is
the other guard ball. I can't think of the other guard's name, but
yeah. He's another European name,
with the
isn't it?
braids, he had a dude with the braids had a big game too. I can't think of his name. But that Illinois team is that was a good win because they have a lot of length, a lot they had a good size, and for us, the only lost that rebounding game by two after what happened with Purdue. I thought that was actually as as good as you can expect right now. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what we did with that.
yeah. Going up against another big, big Big Ten team. And they're tough. It's just like tonight. This is a big, tall, lengthy Gonzaga team, and so
Yeah.
as the
And
the
that's one
Zap.
thing Gonzaga they've gotten away. For a while they were known as kind of that soft. They've kind of gotten away from that.
No, yeah, they're gritty and tough now, and they like getting these big dudes in
Yeah,
there like that.
they
Man,
do.
who was that dude they had a couple years ago? That white dude that wore the headband.
Oh man, and he was it seemed like he was at Gonzaga for 38 years.
Mm-hmm. A big
Well,
bulky
I
dude, but
can't think
yeah,
of his name.
two point
Yeah,
2 point Gonzaga lead right now.
but
Uh,
I mean that was a. I mean, in that Illinois game, the LeBaron Five that second half was a
mm,
clinic.
man, he was.
Absolutely.
Did they call five
Now
on
what
for a
we,
foul? Oh, come on, man.
oh, my
I don't know about
But
that.
what we got out of that game, I would say the biggest thing out of that game was we got to finally see,
Kitan Bristow.
yeah,
Yeah, that dude
and his
is.
minutes were his minutes what he gave us was off the charts.
Yeah, he gives us a
Uh,
toughness inside that we needed, and
yeah,
that is a blue collar basketball player. We talk about that identity. That
absolutely,
is absolutely, and he plays hard and
absolutely, he plays
fast and
hard.
tough defense there. But
Um,
as right now the tied down four to Gonzaga. Good news is one more foul, and they're in the 1-1.
one on
And
one.
also the good
But
news
yeah,
is
I
that
mean,
LeBaron Philon still plays for Alabama.
absolutely.
Doesn't look like, I don't know, man. Looks like Aiden Holloway. I'm not listening to the game, obviously, but he's in
Yeah,
a jacket on the sideline, so hopefully he's not done for the
some
night.
of he's done for the night, unfortunately.
Yeah,
He's had,
rebound.
but
There you go. But yeah, his
I would say the only thing that I'm kind of like disappointed with in this team. What does Noah Williamson do?
man, yeah, he has not looked. Yeah, he had a
What
miss.
does he do?
He had a miss earlier tonight that I was like, come on, dog, you're too
Well, it was
big.
a horrible miss.
Yeah.
But what does he do? He doesn't play much, and when he does come in, he might as well just not come in. Like I
Yeah.
don't understand how he was a player of the year in any conference. Not to be an ass. I, I don't see it.
Yeah, maybe it's just maybe he needs some time to adjust. Hopefully, anyway. But
I just don't see it at all. But
that's tough to not get the foul call there and then foul them 90 some
yeah,
feet from the basket. But yeah, they're gonna have to. Tide's gonna play some tough defense down the stretch here because Gonzaga's. Like that. Ah, you got to get that steal though.
oh,
There's some good D. Oh, you got to box out. Come on now, can't let him do that. Four of y'all around there.
uh,
Yeah, that's gonna piss all. Yeah, Nate Oates is pissed on the sideline right there about that one. There's a good pass. In one. There we go. Aiden Sherrill, he started to come on these past couple games too.
yeah. I
But
like what Sherelle's doing. Um, And then in that, the other person who really showed up in the Illinois game is Amari Allen.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
some big games. Very good defensive battle. And Bo Bowen plays great defense.
He does, and they needed him, and we talked about the loss of Mo D this year. That was tough. That's a motor guy.
He's kind of that motor guy. Not, I wouldn't say he's there yet,
No,
but
but I was saying the combination of him and Houston Millette is kind of making up for
yeah,
that, and that's good D. There you go, Allen. That's a good hustle play. Didn't get steal, but good hustle
there
play.
we go.
Got to hit those free throws though.
Do got hit those free
Good
throws.
thing is they're in the bonus now though, so that makes it a lot easier to
A lot of
come back.
chances of free throws.
Yeah, just got to rebound that. There we go. Oh,
There we,
yeah.
yeah, that
So
messed up.
yeah, let's see, 8:18 left in this game. Bama down 2 right
69,
now. Gonzaga's
67.
they got it ugly. Yeah, 69-67. That's the game they wanted to play.
Right.
We mentioned though college hoops in general, big week for them. We already talked about this tournament, but some other big games around the country. You got North Carolina is going to play Michigan State later this week. Duke and Arkansas are going to play. You got
Thanksgiving night. That might be
yeah,
interesting to look at.
yeah. You got UConn and Illinois on Friday. So some other big matchups this week too.
We had some. What was it? UConn. Man, the UConn had a fun one. UConn Arizona last week was really good.
Yeah, it was. That's
Good game to watch.
come on, ball. You got to fall there.
Oh, how does that not drop?
Got the foul though. That's good. Got a foul call. Good to see Aiden Holloway back in the game.
Absolutely.
That's good though.
Tee up, Mark. Give him a tee.
Tee him. Yeah,
Not
kick him out.
so.
Tee
Tee
it
him up. Get him out of here.
the player up too.
No, absolutely.
But yeah, no. So good week of college hoops. NBA, no big news. I guess the biggest news nugget is Chris Paul announced that he will retire at season's end.
Yeah.
So the point guard, his last season, last shot at a title with the Clippers team that's starting to play some good ball. What's his face? Kawhi has been on a tear. Like he had a game the other night. Just goodness.
Really, yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens there. But that is everything I have in my notes. Greg, is there anything from the world of sports you wanted to touch on?
You know, honestly, just talking about this coaching thing. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Lane Kiffin situation plays out. He has up until the Egg Bowl. My thing is this though. How weird would it be for a coach? Like obviously, if he leaves, he's not going to coach in the playoff. How? What does that do to a team? I mean, that is crazy. You know?
Yeah, it's such a weird situation. If you haven't been paying attention, Ole Miss has announced that he's had talks with the AD and he has to make a decision which by the Egg Bowl, which they will announce after the game. Of course, he said all the right things, that he's focused on the Egg Bowl and all that. But the fact that he hasn't already come out and said something like, "Nah, I'm staying here. This is where I am."
Yeah, or sign a contract extension or
Yeah,
something.
kind of gives you the feeling like, okay, this
He's
game,
gone.
he's gone. And then, there was videos and reports this week of his family, not himself, but his family made
They were in
trips.
Gainesville and Baton Rouge,
Yeah,
right?
taking a tour, which it's funny. I got a friend that lives in Baton Rouge, and he said, man, I'm not sure that touring Baton Rouge is the way to get someone to come here. Which if you've ever been to Baton Rouge, definitely there are certain parts that have its charm, but it's not a beautiful city, not at all. When you have a part of town that's known as Cancer Alley, it's not,
That's
But
funny.
so normally, yeah, I'd be like 100% he's gone, and he may very well be. But it's Lane Kiffin, man. You never know, man. He just might. He
You
might.
don't know what.
Right now, he might be like, "Yeah, I'm going to Florida," and then he might wake up. Hell, he might during the Egg Bowl. he might get in his
halftime
feelings.
he
Yeah,
might
he might be
he
like, you know
might
what? No, I want to stay here. And he's talked about how good Oxford has been for him. He's sobered up. He's his family loves it
got
there.
back with his wife.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of good things going. Obviously, he's you know already one
He's
of,
a
if not the
he's
most
a
successful
guy.
coach.
He's a
Yeah,
guy in Columbus.
and,
I
and
mean, soon I come. Sorry, not in Oxford.
yeah,
And just just the way what he's. I mean, outside out. I mean, honestly, outside of Johnny Vaught, isn't he the most successful coach in Ole Miss history?
get down, ball. There you go. Good rebound. Get in, ball. Damn.
ah,
No, yeah, he is. I believe so. Yeah, and he's led them to their best seasons in school history already, as
I
far as
mean, he should have
number of
made the
wins
playoff
go.
last year, honestly. And I mean,
Yeah,
unless hell breaks loose, he's making the playoff this year. I mean, and honestly, and I get it. Like every time people tell me I'm crazy because the money and that thing in Florida, but man, you're getting plenty of money at Ole Miss. Like I get that you get more, you could get something else, maybe some more NIL. But obviously, NIL hadn't been a problem at Ole Miss because they keep pulling these transfer classes that are ridiculous.
yeah. It's so weird, man. You get the appeal
I
of the Florida and LSU jobs as a coach.
I
That's
get
the
it.
two. LSU's obviously one of the most. Uh, you
I guess
know,
exciting, but they'll change on you. They'll change on you so fast.
Yeah, and obviously the appeal is the program that the strength of it there, and then it's one of the last places that has where in-state kids want to play there.
Yeah,
Go
I
down.
mean, I get it,
There we go.
LSU. I mean, they're the only Power Four team in the state, and people. I mean, the people in the state they love going to LSU, and they have a great fan base and some history. I feel like they get credit for a lot more history than what they actually have, but that's just me.
Yeah,
um, and then Florida, we talked about Florida. I mean, they've had Steve Spurrier, but honestly, I still feel like they're looking for the next Steve Spurrier. Urban Meyer had that stop there, but you know, like anywhere that Urban Meyer goes, it started off great, and then by the end, you're like, well,
I
damn,
bet say
you kind
ultimately
of burned it.
Urban Meyer was only there for what 5 or 6 seasons by the time it was over.
Yeah, his first year was '05, and
Uh-huh.
his last one was 10.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah,
granted, brought 2 national titles, so
two
hey.
titles.
But yeah, so
I mean, he did what he was
you're
supposed
absolutely
to
right.
do,
They're
but
looking, and the appeal as a coach is that, oh man, I can be the one to get this proud, monster program back on its feet, and yeah,
chance 2
and
years
if
later.
yeah, and if they've made a commitment to improving their facilities and then
Yeah,
their NIL funds, because that is where Florida did lag behind the other big programs. Was back
right.
in before the NIL
Surprisingly,
era, they were the flagship school in a state with immense talent, so they could get the talent in that way. And then obviously, like we said, they had two of the best coaches ever, in Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer, so that helps.
mhm.
But yeah, and then LSU we talked about too. Yeah, so you get the
I
appeal.
mean, Coach O won the title with. I mean, Coach O had one of the best. I mean, of course, it had a lot to do with the players. I mean, a lot of people could have won with that team,
Yeah, that's true.
but I'm not gonna take anything away from it. But I mean, perfect season, and yeah, less than 3 years out, he's out.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No, it's crazy, and personally, right now, I would, if anything, I would stay probably because, like you said, he's the man in Oxford. The expectations aren't
you
as
ain't really have
high.
to fuck up to
Yeah,
get fired in Oxford at this point.
yeah. He's figured
I
out
mean,
the
you got to be
NIL and the
pretty.
transfer portal
Yeah,
thing. They've got that rolling.
yeah,
And then Florida would be number 2 on my list there because it's they've made the commitment. I don't think that
yeah.
they're in a bad as position as people think they are. I just think that Billy Napier was not a good fit there, and
I think the
I
number
think
one
they're
thing is
closer than LSU is just because of the dysfunction with LSU in this search and
right.
the lawsuits. There's
I
a
mean,
court case with Brian
the
Kelly
whole
right
Brian
now.
Kelly thing is
Yeah, man.
ugly.
It's a
I mean, he
mess.
wasn't even allowed to go to his own son's senior day.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And then the governor sticking his hand in the business. That's
He wasn't going to cause a scene.
no, yeah, yeah,
I mean, he might be an ass. I mean, we kind of think that, but I mean, he wasn't gonna. It wasn't gonna be on that day. He wasn't gonna cause a scene to take away from the seniors or anything like that.
yeah. But he at the
But
same time, I get it that he
I get it,
also.
but that's your kid, though. You
Well,
only
no, I
get
mean,
one.
I get it from his perspective too. Maybe
Oh yeah,
he'd be like, you know what, if I go, they're just gonna boo me instead of celebrating my son. So
right.
let me.
I mean, I get it, but to not even be allowed in there.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, just an ugly situation, and I just
Yeah,
would want no part of that as a coach right now because you
I would
just
not.
don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. That's why when all
But
these
honestly,
rumors popped up and that one sports book said that Nick Saban was the favorite, that's why I laughed because I'm like, Nick Saban is not going into that mess right now, man.
I was like, that's how you know it's a messy situation. And
Hmm.
Nick Saban is the top of the down. Is
And
the worst
yeah,
money.
I mean, if it happens, it happens. But how's that not a foul? Come on now. Uh,
Come on.
I don't know. LeBaron didn't. Yeah. So tie ball game
But yeah,
here.
we have 71-71. But that's my biggest thing. I just want to see how that plays out because I've never seen anything like this where a team is having the greatest season of all time, and yet you don't know if they're going to have their coach for the playoff or not.
Yeah, it's
I
great. And
mean,
then
that's like,
James Franklin, who may be the best coach on the that was open on the market, has already taken a job at Virginia Tech, which was not
yeah,
considered even one of the top 3 or 4, maybe in 5 jobs. Get in
yeah.
there. Good rebound.
And I see why he did it. I
Ah,
mean, his
God damn.
they,
Pump fake.
they ah,
Don't let him get the easy bucket. Don't let him get the easy bucket. There you go. Oh, um, but
but I think
yeah, this whole carousel is going to be crazy, man. Because you hear
because
John Sumrall's a name, the Tulane coach is thrown out. I've heard
yeah,
him for Auburn as well, and I
I've
hope.
heard Dillingham for Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard Dillingham for LSU. I've heard you hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the interesting thing too, though, is like if that does open up, Ole Miss job. Oh, I mean, obviously Kiffin is kind of the reason Ole Miss is where it's at. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, who went? I don't. What does that do to their? Who would they go after? Who wants to come into that situation? I don't know.
Rebound. There you go. Uh,
So it's
yeah,
gonna be crazy.
that's the thing we've talked about before too. But with this job right now, oh, there you go, kid. Oh, come on, ball.
Yeah, finish, bro. So
How
gotta
do
finish that.
how does that
Ah,
not fall? How does that not fall?
that has to drop.
And then they're getting second chance points. Yeah, man, come on, y'all. Yeah, we've talked
Well,
about before. We know the jobs that are open right now, but we haven't even talked about the jobs that are gonna open as a result. I was about
yeah,
to say, can we get a foul call?
some
Thank you.
jobs are gonna open up for sure.
So yeah,
So it'll be interesting.
it certainly is. It yeah. Yeah. Other than that, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Well,
rivalry week. The NFL playoffs
went for
pictures
youth
starting to
week.
heat up. Big week in college hoops.
Man, it's a beautiful week. You get to
Yeah.
eat a lot of food.
Oh wait, that's right.
And
Is
drop.
uh,
For his size, Charles is a pretty good free throw shooter.
yeah, but yeah, I don't really have anything else.
No, yeah,
Other
it'll be a
than let's
great
see,
week.
soccer. My Arsenal is looking good, getting wins. 6 points clear at the top of the table right now. Trying to get that first
Like
Premier League title in 22 years now. Uh,
22.
yeah, it's been since I believe 03-04 season was the last time that Arsenal won the Premier League, if I have that right. But yeah, Good week of sports.
Absolutely.
Hopefully Alabama pulls this one out here tonight.
Yeah.
Then obviously, hopefully
Yeah.
we go into Jordan-Hare and just beat the brakes off them fools.
Yeah. Right. Man, let's just not have drama Saturday night.
It would.
Let's just have a
I would see. I'm hoping for a 2011 like game where we went into Jordan-Hare the year after the comeback and
yes.
yeah, what was that like 49 nothing whatever?
Yeah. It was just dominant.
Just an
No
ass whooping.
questions asked. Put the
Yeah.
crowd to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I really hope. I hope we have a fast start or like one of those Notre Dame starts. Like this week, like we're up 21 nothing. Quick.
Yeah.
Which that's what we
Yeah.
didn't.
I mean,
That's one thing we didn't
I
even
just
mention about that Notre Dame game. They were up 21 nothing before their offense even touched the ball. They had
yeah, two big sixes.
two pick sixes and a kick return, right? Punt return.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
Listen.
I'd love that. 21 nothing before the end of the first quarter. Quiet that crowd
Yeah.
down. Defense has been
Yeah. I would
playing
just hope.
lights out. Yeah.
Main thing we can't do, can't turn the ball over early.
Yeah.
Let's get some score. For whatever reason, Ty is what I don't know. He hasn't been steady the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's
I would
in a
like to see
slump. Yeah,
him.
he's in a slump. Yeah.
I would like to see them get him some easy things early. Build his confidence. Little screens here and there. Let's get some easy things for him to kind of get into the groove there. Hopefully, hit his mark and we can score some touchdowns early, man. Because we. And the other thing too is, DJ Durkin's in that conversation for that Auburn job as well. So he's looking for that resume maker. So gotta be careful there because there's a lot of people in Auburn who kind of think I've heard, just from the talk, but a good amount of people like DJ Durkin as the coach. So who knows?
I'll tell you what, as an Alabama fan, I'd take that hire because that seems like a Hugh Freeze type hire right there where
Yeah, he does.
you're maybe going on something that's not there. I mean, he's not a long track record as a head coach. Obviously, he was at
No,
Maryland, and then the
I
incident
mean that
with
whole debacle.
with the kid.
Just for how that situation went, I wouldn't want to be the the program that ever hired him as a head coach the
I'd
next
about to
one.
say like that seems like with the mess with come on, you got to get down on the floor for that ball.
Get down on the ground with them.
Um,
You gotta get that.
yeah, that's
I gotta have more hustle.
I would say somebody's going to get their ass lit up in film for that, and then a good defensive play by them.
Moti Abate would have been on the ground.
I'm about to say, oh, now Gonzaga opened up a 5-point lead real quick because they're out. They're beating us at our game. They're out blue collar. Yeah.
Come on. All right. Slow it down. Calm it down.
There's a
Then
good
we'll
pass.
squirt
Pump
off.
fake. Good. Damn. Come on. That is a foul. And
How's that
then,
not a foul?
yeah.
Oh,
Light their ass up, Nate. But yeah, that's it for us, folks. Thank you.
he's looking at me. He said, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?"
Thanks always for listening. Subscribe, rate us, like us wherever you listen to us. Tell your friends about us. Tell your rich friends about us. If you're a business, you want to sponsor us, holler at us. You can find us. You can hit us up on any of our socials. Take it on sports. Check out the AlabamaTake.com for the whole family of Alabama Take podcast and articles, including our Friday Bets column, which our fearless leader, Blaine Duncan, wanted me to make sure that we mention he had a second straight 4-0 week as he takes the lead late in the season.
Nobody cared, man.
Yeah, whoop-dee-doo. Yeah, as I had an 0-4 week. So
Hopefully he's put some of these into actual parlays because he's been lining it up.
But say yeah, hopefully he's got some real scratch off of it, as they say.
Yeah.
But yeah. Where was I? Yeah. As always, thanks for listening. Check out AlabamaTech.com. Went through that whole spiel. Keep it done up real good yourselves out there, folks. Enjoy your holiday week. Enjoy the football. Enjoy the basketball.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Take it easy, and just remember you can get those Black Friday deals online. No need to go into those stores and go crazy.
Eh,
And if you're
absolutely.
at those stores, please remember to treat the workers with respect. They are going through hell
Yeah.
this week. It is not an easy week for them.
It's amazing how much that Black Friday shopping's changed. Man, I
Mm-hmm.
remember getting up with my mom or 3:30 on the 4 a.m. on those Black Friday, cold as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Now you don't even have to leave your house.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and
Why
and and ev-
nobody?
everybody starts their Black Fridays deals like a week ahead and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I know my wife and I, we did some Christmas shopping online yesterday for the family. Just
Mhm.
had a couple things for some nieces and
Yeah.
nephews and other stuff, and like, all right, let's knock this
Yeah.
out, knock this out. All right, there we
Yeah.
go, cool.
Yeah. It's so much easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't gotta go through that
Fight.
mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
It's not worth it. I am
But
glad though that most of these big stores at least they shut down on Thanksgiving. For
mm-hmm.
a while they were opening up one night Thanksgiving. Let these folks have the whole day, man.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Try to remember that it's a holiday about family, at least.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't celebrate, it, just it's nice to have a break.
It's just to have a day off. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. I remember there's a couple times when I was working in for a chain pizza joint. We were open on Thanksgiving. I'm like, who the fuck is ordering pizza on Thanksgiving, man? Like, why? Damn.
No fucking buddy.
Gonzaga now up 9 or 8. Ugh. Gonna
Hey,
gonna
three,
need a
four.
furious comeback. 3.5 minutes yet left. Ooh, and a bad turnover there. That's yep.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
Ugh.
Oof.
Yeah. So I say get out on. Oh, and then giving up a bad
Well,
bucket underneath.
yeah.
Ah,
We
Gonzaga might have just cinched this one with three
that
minutes to
might
go, up
that
10.
kind might
Yep.
have been it right there. Jesus.
Yeah. If Alabama
Ah,
Alabama does lose this one, they got out hustled. That's the story of this game.
absolutely. I
Gonzaga out
know.
hustled
So
them.
yeah.
But yeah, hopefully the Tide can mount a furious comeback here in the last 3 minutes. But down 10, looking tough because Gonzaga's.
That's the one beauty in basketball. In 3 minutes, a lot can change.
Yeah, that's true, especially with our offense. But
Yeah.
yeah, Greg, buddy, have a good Thanksgiving yourself. Let's pull our Tide through in all aspects, every sport.
Hopefully, on
Yeah,
Sunday we'll have a
I
lot of
bet
happiness to talk about on the.
exactly. Yeah, hopefully we come in on Sunday and it was a nice, easy, and we can talk about other craziness. I hope the craziness is not
Absolutely.
in anywhere involved in the Iron Bowl.
Fantastic. Yes.
But I will
Absolutely.
see you then, bud. Everybody else,
Yep.
happy Thanksgiving.